So today we're going to go on a little bit of a tangent and talk about some of SPE's roots, or what Snyder Performance Engineering was essentially founded on. Early on for me, it's always been performance oriented stuff like racing, whether it was drag racing, road racing, kart racing, whatever it may have been, even dirt bikes. My love and my passion, and our passion for most people that work here, is racing or something performance oriented. And the cool thing about our business is the work and play aspect of it. When the racing starts and you have to figure out the performance aspects of that and how to make everything work right and make more power, and then also the work aspect of towing these vehicles to and from the track, that's where all that kind of intertwines. And you guys have obviously seen this car in videos on other products and stuff that we've done. And it's a car we've had for many years, and it gets driven on the street, it gets raced around. We had it at the track the other day. And it's a segue into where we're taking our brand and some more things that we're going to be getting into here in the near future. And we're going to touch on some of that stuff real quick today, give you guys some insight, especially if you're loyal to the brand and you know what we're about. We're going to show you where we're taking things in the very near future, and we're really proud of it, and we think it's going to be really cool. So we're going to talk about this car a little bit and some of the stuff we did. We just went to, they call it a hot track or a track day with it, and some of the stuff that we ran into. And then we're going to segue into what we're doing off of it and give you guys a little example or a little bit of a taste of it. So we've never really talked about this car a whole lot, being most of our products are based on more modern platforms, like the S550 sitting right there. The modern Power Strokes, the modern, even some of the EcoBoost stuff, the more modernized platforms from Ford. Obviously everybody loves the GT40. It's an awesome platform. It's a really cool background. It's a really cool car. For us, we look at this as it's more of a bloodline. It's a part of everything that has been developed beyond, say, 1965. This car, is in the performance world, has been kind of a piece to that puzzle, so to speak. So anyway, on this car here, this is a Mark I GT40. This is a Superformance car. Real quick on Superformance, it's a company that is utilizing all the original licensing and manufacturing techniques that Ford had for this specific car in the 60s. So these are 90% compatible with the original cars that Ford built. The VIN numbers are a continuation off of the original VIN numbers when they stopped producing them from the factory from Ford. So they're continuation cars, essentially. This car was built in I believe it was like 2018, in that ballpark. So yeah, it's a new old car, and it's really cool and really unique in that aspect because they're actually seen as the original car, and they're licensed that way. They're in a registry at Shelby. They're really, really cool. This car is very period correct. You can set them up very differently. This car has downdraft Webers, which they're basically it's basically 4 carbs, and you have 2 cylinders per carb is essentially how they're set up. And the unique sound from these cars is from the crossbank headers, where they're mixing cylinders into the collectors, where at no point in a 4 port collector is there more than one cylinder firing at a time. So it gives it this very unique, very throaty yet high revving kind of sound that people have come to know from these cars. So what we're segueing into here is the fact that we don't want these cars to die. You know, we're trying to continue this type of legacy on, and we have always wanted to be a part of the Superformance and Shelby American brand, you know, from day one, from a little kid. It was like a dream of mine. And we're at a point now where we actually are part of it. So we've worked with them. We are a dealer now, and we have taken it and we're trying to run with it, and we're really trying to progress it in a new angle. And what we're doing now is we're developing engine platforms, modern engine platforms, that we're going to get into here in a minute, that will allow these cars to stay true to their original form, but go a little beyond just giving them fuel injection. You know, we're giving them new engine platforms, and we're essentially molding the design of the engines that we're putting in here. We're molding them around the cars that they're going in. So we're critiquing them, and we're modifying, we're building custom intake manifolds and componentry for the engines to make them work properly and to their best ability in these platforms. So it's not just the GT40s, it's also the Shelby Cobras. So we're gonna take a quick walk, and I wanna show you guys where we're getting started with this, some of the development stuff we've been working on for quite some time, and where we're going with this. And we'll dive into it in another video way deeper later. But for now, we wanna give you a quick taste of it. So as I hinted to by the 40 when we were talking, we're gonna be doing GT40s and Cobras. And we have some allocations for 40s already. We have one on the way, and those are the two platforms that we're gonna focus on, just because from an icon standpoint, those are the ones that mean the most to us. So here's a Superformance Shelby Cobra. This is a South African built car. They come to us as a rolling chassis, painted to your spec. You can build them out however you want. It can be striped, not striped, more modernized, different wheel combinations. Once again, they're built off of the original molds, and all the dimensions, they're all within the original Cobras. So they're really based around what they were to begin with, you know. As I said, Shelby American is a part of these. So when I say that, Superformance and Shelby American are one. Superformance and Shelby American are this, essentially, when it comes to the Cobras, the same cars. The difference is on some of the Shelby American cars, you can get them in an aluminum or fiberglass body, which is kind of cool. But as you see it here as a rolling chassis, this is how they come to us. And then we're gonna handle all the powertrain side, wiring, fuel plumbing, any powertrain based equipment is all handled in-house, and we'll be putting all that together. So everything from engine mounting, all custom bracketry, headers, you know, all the basic things that you would think of, and then also the things that you may not think of. So I'll put this down here, show you some of the stuff we've been working on. So the engine of choice for us is, obviously, it's got to be push rod. Well, everybody knows a small block Ford and a big block Ford are no longer in existence. So we can't really do we can do a new version of that, but we can't really do new gaskets in them. You know, their architecture is their architecture. You know, you can't essentially make an old engine a new engine. You're really just doing, you know, new parts that are based off of the old design, so to speak. So we're utilizing now engine platforms that are modernized, that have modern gaskets. Their architecture you know, fixes a lot of the problems that were in the small block Ford and the big block Ford. And what I'm leading into is the Godzilla, the 7.3 stuff. You know, pushrod engine, it's simplistic, it's 445 cubic inches, and this is all custom stuff that we've done, this whole top end setup, the valve covers, the coil covers, the turkey pan, the oil filter assembly. This is all carbon, but it still pays homage to what they were to begin with, which is the turkey pan and a standard air filter. But it's all packaged with a massive drive-by-wire 102 millimeter throttle body that you would have no idea is even there unless I tore it apart and told you about it. And these are the type of things that we're doing. So we've done a lot of development on this engine over the last few years, from camshafts, figuring out power ranges and how we wanted to actually package everything. And this is where we're at. So we know that the engines will make 650 to 700 horsepower naturally aspirated with no problem in this form. And we've already had our valve covers and intake manifolds and all these components you see here. They're already in production, and we're already at the point of fitting everything and making it work. And we're just really excited about it. So we started another channel. It's called, SMC is the brand. It's Snyder Motor Company. And you're going to be able to follow along on more of the cars and the builds as we do them. The plan is to probably feature most of the cars that we're building as we do them, if the customer allows it. So you guys will get to see some of the small different variations that we can do, and you know, the outcomes of all of them and what the customer actually gets and the whole process. And we really want to offer this because we have a lot of talented people in our company, and Snyder Performance Engineering is way more than you see on the surface. And we have a lot of talent in this building, and we feel that this is an awesome way to utilize it, and we're all really passionate about this. So it's going to come out in the end product. So if you want to follow along and, you know, see all these cars that we're going to be doing, check out the other channel. We may still sprinkle some stuff in the SP Motorsport channel as well. And this stuff's not going anywhere. It's going to be here for a long time. And when I say that, I mean for many, many decades to come. Hopefully we can keep these platforms alive and keep their heritage and just expand upon it and do essentially the retro mod style builds and make them modernized but not lose what they are at their heart. So if you guys are interested in that, we'll link the new channel. You can check that out, follow it, and we appreciate your support as always. Comment, let us know what you think about it, what you want to see, what your guys' ideas are. As always, we listen and we like engaging with you guys and talking about stuff. So comment, like, subscribe as always, and we'll catch you on the next video.